Welcome to Master Your Time. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by endless to-do lists, missed important deadlines, or wondered where your day disappeared to, this audiobook is for you. Time is the one resource we can never get back, yet most of us treat it carelessly. In the next chapters, we'll explore practical strategies to transform your relationship with time and create a life of intention, productivity, and fulfillment. Chapter 1. The Time Crisis. We live in an age of unprecedented busyness. The average person checks their phone over 150 times per day, spends nearly 6 hours on digital media, and feels perpetually behind. But here's the truth. Being busy isn't the same as being productive. The time crisis isn't about lacking hours in the day. It's about lacking clarity on what truly matters. When everything feels urgent, nothing is truly important. We've confused motion with progress, activity with achievement. Consider this. You have 168 hours each week. After sleeping 56 hours and working 40 hours, you still have 72 hours remaining. That's 3 full days every week. The question isn't whether you have enough time, it's whether you're spending it wisely. Most people operate in reactive mode, responding to whatever demands their attention loudest. Emails, notifications, other people's priorities. These become the driving forces of our days. We end each evening exhausted, having been busy all day, yet accomplished little of real significance. The first step to mastering your time is recognizing that time management is really self-management. You can't control time, but you can control your choices, your focus, and your actions. Chapter 2. The Power of Priorities. Not all tasks are created equal. The Pareto principle tells us that 80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts. Your mission is to identify that critical 20%. Start by distinguishing between what's urgent and what's important. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but rarely move you toward your goals. Important tasks align with your values and long-term objectives. Create your priority pyramid. At the top are your core values and life vision. In the middle are your annual and quarterly goals. At the base are your weekly and daily tasks. Every action should connect back to the pyramid's peak. Ask yourself daily, what's the one thing I could do today that would make everything else easier or unnecessary? This single question cuts through the noise and reveals your true priority. Learn to say no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that matters. Protect your priorities fiercely. They are the foundation of effective time mastery. Remember Warren Buffett's approach. He made a list of his top 25 career goals, circled the top 5, and avoided the other 20 at all costs. Why? Because they were distractions disguised as opportunities. Chapter 3. Time Audit and Awareness. You can't improve what you don't measure. Conducting a time audit reveals where your hours actually go versus where you think they go. For 1 week, track every activity in 30-minute blocks. Be honest and detailed. Include everything. Work tasks, social media, meals, conversations, commuting, and mindless scrolling. At week's end, categorize your activities. How much time went to high-value work, to relationships, to personal growth, to time wasters? Most people discover they spend hours daily on activities that neither fulfill them nor advance their goals. This awareness is transformative. You might find you spend more time choosing what to watch on streaming services than planning your future. You might realize social media consumes 3 hours daily. That's 21 hours weekly, 1,092 hours yearly, or 45 full days annually. Identify your time drains, those activities that deplete energy without providing value. Common culprits include unnecessary meetings, excessive email checking, perfectionism on low-stakes tasks, and digital distractions. Also identify your time multipliers, activities that create disproportionate returns. These might include strategic planning, skill development, relationship building, and health maintenance. Chapter 4. The Power of Planning. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Strategic planning transforms vague intentions into concrete actions. Practice the rule of 3. Each year, identify 3 major goals. Each quarter, choose 3 key objectives. Each week, select 3 priorities. Each day, commit to 3 critical tasks. This creates focus and prevents overwhelm. Sunday planning sessions are game changers. Spend 30 minutes reviewing the past week and planning the next. What worked? What didn't? What are your top priorities for the coming week? Schedule them first. Daily planning should happen the night before. Your brain processes information during sleep, so setting tomorrow's intentions tonight primes your mind for success. Write down your 3 must-do tasks and schedule when you'll tackle them. Use time blocking. Assign specific time slots to specific activities. Don't just list tasks, decide when they'll happen. A task without a scheduled time is merely a wish. Build in buffer time. Things take longer than expected. Interruptions happen, and energy fluctuates. Schedule 50% of your day, leaving room for the unexpected. Plan for different energy levels. Schedule deep work during your peak hours, administrative tasks during low energy periods, and collaborative work when you're socially energized. Chapter 5. Deep Work and Focus. In a world of constant distraction, the ability to focus deeply is becoming rare, and therefore increasingly valuable. Deep work is the state of distraction-free concentration that pushes your cognitive abilities to their limit. It's where breakthrough thinking happens, complex problems get solved, and exceptional work gets created. Protect your attention like your life depends on it, because your life's quality does. Create environments that support focus. Silence notifications, close unnecessary tabs, use website blockers during work sessions, and communicate boundaries to others. Practice the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused 25-minute intervals, followed by 5-minute breaks. After 4 intervals, take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. This rhythm maintains peak focus while preventing burnout. Single tasking is the new superpower. Multitasking is a myth. Your brain actually switches rapidly between tasks, losing efficiency with each switch. Research shows it can take 23 minutes to fully return to a task after an interruption. Build your focus muscle gradually. Start with 25-minute sessions and progressively extend them. Like physical exercise, your concentration capacity strengthens with consistent practice. Create rituals that signal your brain it's time for deep work. This might be making tea, playing specific music, or sitting in a particular location. These cues trigger your focus mode. Chapter 6. Eliminating time. Wasters. Time wasters are activities that consume time without providing proportional value. Eliminating them creates space for what matters. The biggest time wasters include excessive meetings, unnecessary emails, social media spirals, perfectionism, poor delegation, unclear communication, and decision fatigue. Meetings are notorious time thieves. Before scheduling one, ask, could this be an email? If you must meet, set clear agendas, invite only essential people, start on time and early, and conclude with action items. Email management is critical. Check email at designated times only, perhaps 3 times daily. Use the 2-minute rule. If a response takes under 2 minutes, do it immediately, otherwise schedule it. Unsubscribe ruthlessly and use filters aggressively. Social media can devour hours unnoticed. Remove apps from your phone, use browser extensions that limit access, or schedule specific times for social connection. Ask yourself, is scrolling serving me, or am I serving the algorithm? Perfectionism paralyzes progress. Distinguish between projects requiring excellence and those requiring adequacy. Most tasks fall into the latter category. Done is better than perfect. Learn to delegate and automate. Your time has value. If someone else can do a task for less than that value, delegate it. Technology can automate routine tasks. Invest time setting up systems that save future time. Decision fatigue drains energy. Reduce daily decisions through routines, templates, and predetermined choices. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit daily. One less decision, preserving mental energy for what mattered. Chapter 7. Energy management. Time management without energy management is futile. You can have hours available but lack the vitality to use them well. Energy has 4 dimensions: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Optimizing all 4 creates sustainable high performance. Physical energy comes from sleep, nutrition, exercise, and rest. Sleep is non-negotiable. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours. Lack of sleep destroys productivity, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Prioritize it. Exercise isn't a time luxury, it's a time investment. 30 minutes of movement boosts energy, focus, and mood for hours afterward. It's one of the highest return activities for time mastery. Nutrition affects everything. Stable blood sugar prevents energy crashes. Eat regular balanced meals. Stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration impairs cognitive function. Emotional energy requires healthy relationships, boundaries, and processing feelings. Unresolved conflicts and suppressed emotions drain vitality. Invest in relationships that energize you and limit those that deplete you. Mental energy depends on focus, learning, and cognitive rest. Your brain needs downtime. Constant stimulation exhausts mental resources. Build in phone-free time, nature walks, and mindfulness practices. Spiritual energy comes from meaning, purpose, and alignment with values. When your actions reflect your deepest beliefs, energy flows naturally. Misalignment creates internal friction that exhausts. Schedule recovery as seriously as work. Take real breaks, actual vacations, and regular sabbaticals. Rest isn't laziness. It's essential maintenance for sustainable performance. Chapter 8. Systems and Habits. Motivation fluctuates, but systems sustain. Build structures that make desired behaviors automatic. Habits are decisions you've made in advance. They reduce decision fatigue and ensure consistency. When good behaviors become habitual, they require minimal willpower. Start small. Want to exercise daily? Begin with 5 minutes. Want to read more? Start with 1 page. Tiny habits build momentum and confidence. Once established, you can scale up. Use habit stacking. Attach new habits to existing ones. After I pour my morning coffee, I'll review my daily priorities. After I brush my teeth at night, I'll plan tomorrow. The existing habit triggers the new one. Create environmental design that supports your goals. Want to eat healthier? Stock only nutritious foods. Want to read more? Keep books visible and phones in another room. Make good choices easy and bad choices hard. Track your habits. What gets measured gets managed. Use apps, journals, or simple check marks. Seeing your streak builds motivation to maintain it. Build systems for recurring tasks. Create templates for regular emails, checklists for routine projects, and folders for frequently needed information. Systems eliminate the need to reinvent the wheel repeatedly. Review and refine your systems quarterly. What's working, what's not. Systems should serve you, not vice versa. Adjust as your life and priorities evolve. Chapter 9. Saying no and setting boundaries. Every commitment is a trade-off. Saying yes to one thing means saying no to something else. Master the art of strategic number. Saying no isn't selfish, it's self-aware. It honors your priorities and protects your time for what truly matters. People-pleasing leads to overcommitment, resentment, and burnout. Practice the gracious number. You can decline respectfully without elaborate excuses. I appreciate the invitation, but I need to pass is complete. You don't owe lengthy explanations. Create decision filters. Before committing, ask, does this align with my priorities? Do I have genuine capacity? Will this energize or drain me? What am I giving up by saying yes? Beware of the future self trap, assuming you'll have more time later. You won't. Decide based on present capacity. Set clear boundaries around your time. Establish work hours. Protect family time. Designate focus periods and communicate these boundaries clearly to others. Boundaries aren't walls. They're gates. They don't isolate you. They protect your capacity to show up fully when it matters. Without boundaries, you're available to everyone but present to no one. Learn to negotiate. When someone makes a request, ask, what can we deprioritize to make room for this? This highlights trade-offs and often resolves the issue. Remember, you're not required to attend every event, join every committee, or respond to every request. Your time is your life. Spend it wisely. Chapter 10. Living with Intention. Mastering time isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. It's about creating a life of purpose, not just a schedule of tasks. Define your ideal life. What does success look like? Not society's definition, yours. What relationships do you want? What experiences? What contributions? What feelings? Work backward from your vision. If you want deep friendships, you must schedule time for connection. If you want expertise in a field, you must invest in learning. If you want health, you must prioritize movement and nutrition. Practice regular reflection. Weekly reviews assess progress and adjust course. Monthly reviews examine patterns and identify improvements. Annual reviews evaluate whether your life aligns with your values. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge what you've accomplished, not just what remains. Gratitude for progress fuels motivation for continued growth. Build margin into your life. Overscheduled lives are fragile. One disruption creates chaos. Space allows for spontaneity, creativity, and responding to opportunities. Remember that time mastery isn't perfection. You'll have off days, unproductive weeks, and seasons of struggle. That's human. What matters is the overall trajectory, not daily perfection. Your legacy isn't measured in hours worked or tasks completed, but in relationships nurtured, lives touched, and meaning created. Time mastery gives you the capacity to focus on what will truly matter when you look back on your life. Conclusion. Mastering your time is mastering your life. It's about conscious choices, clear priorities, and consistent action. It's about saying yes to what matters and no to what doesn't. It's about energy, focus, and intention. You now have the frameworks, strategies, and mindsets to transform your relationship with time. But knowledge without action changes nothing. Choose one principle from this audiobook and implement it this week. Then add another. Small, consistent changes compound into remarkable transformation. Remember, you have all the time you need for what truly matters. The question is whether you'll use it wisely. Your life is happening now, not someday. Don't postpone living intentionally until conditions are perfect. They never will be. Master your time. Master your life. The power has always been yours. Thank you for listening.